we're going over the proper way to use the 3-4 odd formation, and if you haven't been using it like this, you've been using it wrong. We use it like this and we cause turnovers, sacks. We make our opponent lost back there. Lost. This is the most powerful defense in Madden 25 as a full scheme. This is in our Patriots defensive ebook at kingoftheblitz.net. We're going to go over exactly every step we do so you could do it. It's not hard. You see it here. This is the best defensive strategy known to Madden, and you're going to pick it up. It's very easy. You guys are going to be doing this better than I could. Look at this. This defense is all about confusion, and we're going to go over every step of this. Okay, this is very easy to do, and I know you guys will take this and run with it and just play dominant defense. Now, what's good about this is I like having 4 linebackers on the field because this can also stop the run big time. Now, 3-4 odd, but I want to hit my right stick in to get to my coaching adjustments, and I have auto flip, defensive play call off, auto alignment to default, cornerback matchups by overall, and 25 or 30 for my curl flats, because you could also easily change them to hard flats if you need. You want to have in your audibles, you want to have a Tampa 2, you want to have a cover 3. I'm going to come out, I'm going to take Storm Brave 1 away, and you need, in my opinion, you need the cover 4 quarters. And this cover 1 robber spot, you could have whatever you like. If you want to have or cover 6 if you want, that's just whatever you like. You could have a cover 3 match. So your audibles should look like this. You have a cover 3, you have a cover 4, you have a cover 3 sky. Oh, you already have cover 3 here. So this could be whatever you want. I'm going to keep it cover 3 match. And Tampa 2, what you don't see here is a blitz, because 9 times out of 10, I'm coming out in pinch bucko. Now, I would not, and I hope you guys know this, but I would not do this scheme against something like this, because somebody's going to be wide open, especially if you set the blitz up. Look, this is how the blitz was supposed to look, but if you do it like this, 23, the running back is wide open, so you would have to take blitz away. You would have to manually cover this guy. You know, bad things can happen. So you do it relatively with, running any under center formation, and, if we send anything with 3 wide receivers. Now, what I like to do is first start off. Now, me personally, I love blitzing. I love sacking my opponent. Sometimes I don't even care if I win, as long as I get 10 sacks a game. I know it's ridiculous, but I'll come out in the pinch buck O, and I'll see how they do against the blitzing look, and I'm going to blitz. So how I do it, I'm going to just first send an all-out blitz by blitzing all linebackers, which is right in the D-pad, down on the right stick. Now, when you do that, this linebacker was manned up on the halfback. So we're gambling here, but there's ways around it. We'll get into that later too. Now I like to show blitz, which is Y or trying on R1, and usually he'll come down and this will be the look. Now, what you could do to not get beat deep is either go press Y or triangle, get your coverage adjustments, and go outside first, which is Y or triangle to the right on the right stick, then Y or triangle up on the right stick for over the top, and that will help you to not get beat deep. Now, you can still get beat deep. I'm not saying you won't, but especially if you're this close, if your back is this close to the end zone, you won't get beat deep. And you just see what your opponent likes to do here. If he gets sacked, who he likes to throw to. If he likes to throw to the running back, see, look, if you do something like this, you do your coverage adjustments, and he sees that you're blitzing, so he immediately goes like this, and this could be a big gain. Now I'm controlling both controllers. So what you could do is also to set up the blitz again, blitz all linebackers, then show blitz, which is Y or triangle R1. Now what you could do is take the outside linebacker on the side of the halfback, which is right on the D-pad twice for your linebacker quick adjustments, circle, and then left on the left stick. for a hard flat on that side. Now this way, if they do that, the blitz will still come in and you'll have somebody there to defend that. So the idea to blitz on first down or the very first play of the game is to see how they're going to handle it. If they block a halfback, because if they block a halfback, let's say this is play one, you haven't seen it. If they block a halfback, this blitz is still going to get in. But you'll see that once you show this look, you'll know that, all right, well, he's going to be blocking a halfback. So you don't have to, you could still send everybody because you'll know he's blocking a halfback. Because if you do this and put that right of screen, the outside linebacker on a hard flat, and then they block a halfback, now this can get blocked, you see? So the idea to blitz on the very first play is actually you're setting up mind games for your opponent. Now, if you do get beat deep, let's say the ball is all the way down here and there's a ton of room, so if they do block it, what you could do, you set this blitz up. Now, you have all the linebackers and D-line at the line of scrimmage to blitz. And instead of going outside and over the top, which you could still do, but you could also just back off the coverage and then do whatever, outside, over the top, because if they block a halfback, right, and you send out that right outside linebacker, this blitz will get blocked. So now they have time to throw deep. But because you backed off your coverage, you're able to defend against it. So real quick, I just want to go over how to blitz, because how I like to blitz, those of you that don't know me or haven't gotten any one of my ebooks, I like to also try and intercept the ball, make him throw faster than he needs to. And what we're doing when we blitz is we're going to fake blitz. So whichever middle linebacker you're using, I'm using Kendricks. I'm going to fake blitz, meaning you have to engage with the lineman you're in front of. You have to. You got to take away a lineman. And then you're going to peel off and cover the short middle of the field. Okay? And when you blitz, your opponent's going to do two things. Either get sacked or throw faster than he wanted to, which can turn into interceptions. You see, because if he quickly threw to the tight end, I'm going to undercut that. This is a good way of getting a lot more interceptions, because you're going to fake blitz. Your opponent's going to see the middle of the field wide open for a split second, and you're right there to pick the ball off just like that. Okay, so that's how you break down the blitz. Okay, now you're going to give the same look. So what you want to do, so we get back to the play calling. I usually come out in the pinch bucko every time. First of all, wait to see what they're doing first. What I mean is you want to match personnel like we went over before. You don't want to do this against 5 wide or even 4 wide. So you want to see the formation that they're coming out and match personnel. If they come out in 4 or 5 wide, then you're not going to go 3-4 odd for the most part. You'll do a different defense. But you match personnel. Anything under center, you see them, you come out in shotgun 3 wide receiver set, then you use this. But wait to see what they're coming out in and match personnel. So let's say they come out in wide trips, something like 4 verticals. Now you're not going to know the play, obviously. But now you audible into cover 4 quarters, let's say, right? Now what you could do from here is show blitz, which is wire triangle R1. Now we have the same look as the blitz that we just did. But now we're in a coverage play, which can totally confuse your opponent, totally confuse the O-line. I mean, look at what happened there. Look at this. It's all because we're crowding the line. Another good thing, so you audible to the cover 4 quarters, and then you show blitz. Everybody's still in their zones. Now what you could do, blitz all linebackers. Now we are blitzing, but we have 4 deep zones on the field, so you will not get beat deep. Look, you don't even have to back anybody up because your defensive backs are already in deep zones. Now the only thing is if you audible to cover 3. This is a big tell. One high safety, anybody good will read cover 3. So what I would do here, because if once you show blitz, you see that safety to the left, how to easily beat this on offense, just so you guys know if you don't. Block everybody, and then just go like this. I mean, it didn't work there, but you get my point. So what you would do if you do this with cover 3 and then you show blitz, right? What I would do is, you see the purple zone on the side where there's more receivers. I would put him in a hook curl or man him up on the slot. I would do something like this and then play underneath coverage so I could have hard flat in the field. And then if you want an all-out coverage, you want a hard flat on the other side of the field, just because when your opponent's running back quarterback, you don't know where he's going. So you could set the blitz, you could set the play up like this, showing blitz, but all-out coverage. Opponents really, no one's open here. No one's open. So this is where you start to play mind games with your opponent. Because if you do audible back to the cover 3 sky, you show blitz all linebackers, and still man up that slot. And this is how I would run this. I mean, you play mind games with your opponent. What another thing I'd like to do is I would like to every now and then come out in the Tampa 2, show blitz, and then blitz all linebackers. But what could happen here is, look at this linebacker. Look how far out he is. So if you want to drag him back in, you see, you can keep this cover 2 like this. I mean, the blitz is going to get in, but what I want to show you is, if you don't know, so blitz all line, so audible to the Tampa 2, and then if you want that linebacker to come back in, what you could do is hit wire triangle, the left stick to the right to bring that linebacker in. Now we're showing cover 3 here. Now what I would do if you're showing cover 3, if you do something like this, and we're going to stay in the cover 2. The weakest part of the field of a cover 2 is the deep middle, so I would put this linebacker in a middle third, and I would take the left cloud flat, wire or triangle twice, square, up on the left stick for an outside third. And if you have time, put the outside linebacker on a hard flat. And I would run this just like this. You cover the middle of the field, the short middle of the field, and everybody's covered. Okay, now when your opponent comes out with more than 2 wide receivers, let's say there's 1 slot, and you want to audible, okay, and because we have auto alignment set to default, when we audible to a zone, because we're trying to play mind games with our opponent, the outside linebacker on the side of the slot is going to go out wide, just like you'd see here. And this you don't want anybody to move like that, especially when you're doing something like this. Now, what you can do, if you hit wire triangle and show 3, for some reason, that brings the right outside linebacker back in, and everything is right with the world again. Now, I don't know if I went over this, but to send these blitzes, whichever middle linebacker you're going to use, you're going to fake blitz with them, okay? Meaning you're going to engage with the lineman, you got to act like a blitzer, and then peel off and cover the middle of the field, in this case, probably the tight end. So it's going to look something like this. You're going to peel off and then go like that. You're going to peel off and cover whoever's in the middle of the short middle of the field, okay? So again, if you come out in the blitz and you audible to, let's just say, cover 4 again. Now you want to set up the blitz again. If you blitz all linebackers and then show blitz and he still don't come over, you can show 3 to bring him back. That's one way of dealing with this. You peel off, and you could hopefully pick the ball off, because he's going to see the blitz coming, then he's going to see the tight end wide open, and then he's not going to see you undercut, and hopefully, well, play, and hopefully undercut and pick the ball off. Now, a way to avoid, once you audible to any other zone. See, we did. I audible to the Tampa 2, and the outside linebackers stayed exactly where they should. Now, what I would do, if you're going to blitz from the Tampa 2, I would put the outside linebackers on outside thirds. That's wire triangle twice, square, up on the left stick, wire triangle twice, circle, up on the left stick. So that you're kind of running a cover 4, where you have to cover the middle of the field once you peel off. Now, to avoid, once you go to cover 4, and now for some reason the outside linebackers are staying home, but if you audible to any zone and your outside linebackers go out to meet the slot receiver on their side, what you could do to stop that is go to your coaching adjustments and go to your auto alignment and have that set to base. This way they'll line up the same every single time, no matter what, even when you audible. Watch. So we're in the blitz. We're going to audible to cover 4. The linebackers don't move. You blitz all linebackers, you show blitz, the linebackers stay exactly where they are. I would go outside, then over the top, coverage adjustments. So you can, having a base alignment with this scheme is the best thing for it, because you disguise everything you're doing. Now, I don't want to make this video too long. I could go on and on and on. This video could be 40, 50 minutes if I wanted to, because there's so much information with this scheme. Now, you don't always have to just come out in the pinch buck. Oh, you could come out in the cover 4 quarter. And then if you decide you want to blitz, I would always show blitz, right? And then stay here. And if you want to blitz, then blitz all linebackers. And then if you want to make some adjustments, like, I don't know, if you want to put the outside linebacker on the side of the tight end in a vert hook and still try to get this blitz in if they're not blocking halfback. But we're still sending some pressure. You're still making your opponent uncomfortable because he knows you like to blitz. So you don't have to come out in the blitz all times. You could come out and cover 4. Just give the same look every single time. You look like you're blitzing here if you want to play underneath coverage, and then maybe put the defensive tackle in a QB spy and then QB contain, have something like this. You're blitzing, so you're going to fake blitz and go cover the middle of the field. Just like that. And hopefully you get pressure. But yeah, you don't always have to come out in the blitz, because you could come out in any play and blitz from there and you get pressure. So I just want to clarify, you don't always have to come out in the blitz, because you could blitz from every single play, especially if our first setup is to show blitz, to make it look like we're blitzing. Now, let's really quickly address the running game. I don't care what play you pick. How to stop the running game. It's not by having everybody on the line, as you saw there. If you have everybody on the line, they could run all over you, just like this. So the best way to defend against the run when you're in 3-4 odd is this. Just blitz all linebackers. I would also QB contain, but keep them off of the line. Keep the linebackers off of the line, and you'll be able, you could slant the D-line if your opponent always runs the ball. Keep them off. Look at that. So if you keep the linebackers, you blitz all linebackers, but keep them off of the defensive line. Like, don't show blitz. That is how you defend against the run. But again, I don't want to make this video too long. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. We have a lot of these plays and more in our Patriots defensive ebook and our Atlanta Falcons defensive ebook. You can get them at kingoftheblitz.net and just become defensive. Play mind games with your opponent so they don't score a point on you. Thank you guys for watching. I'm JP Storm, aka KOB, aka your king of the Blitz.